I just wanted to vent something. Someone sent me a video about this pastor. People keep sending me his stuff. I don't know why. But he was talking about this dream he had and this book he's written, and he was talking about accuser, gossip, and accuser, gossip, and offense. How this is the trilogy of things that are causing a spiritual exodus. And then he went on to describe his dream, etc., etc. And from what I can gather, some of what his dream he has deciphered, but he's still accusing the wrong people. It's the church, honey. The church is the accuser, the gossiper, and the offender. And he mentioned that in his dream there was a prominent pastor with who of a mega church, and the people were all in the church assembling, and then the next thing you know, this pastor's running out of the church, and the people are running out of the church behind the man of God. And that's the reason, one of the reasons why, because these religions and curriculums and institutions that make up these doctrines and traditions that we should follow of what holiness is, and that they can't live up to themselves, that behind closed doors they're not doing, but they point and ridicule and critique others on what they're enabled to do themselves. But he's right about the spiritual storm. The spiritual storm is the great awakening that is happening presently. So many people are coming to find out how that religion was created with false and truths. And we have to be able to decipher what's the truth and what's false. But we're so stuck on the traditions that were handed down by the Roman Catholic Church, and we take it as gold. And slowly but surely, some pastors are coming around to the fact that, oh, we messed up. I was doing this, all so busy doing this prosperity preaching, so busy trying to silence the woman, so busy trying to be the dictator, so busy putting myself on this pedestal, that the people started to look at the men of God as gods instead of looking to God. God didn't tell them to do half of this mess that they doing in these churches. Come on now. They see things one way, and it's their way, and it's the way of the Roman Church. They won't look outside of the Bible like it's the only authority. You know how many times the Bible has been translated and changed? They're still changing it. They're not allowed to change the King James, but they have all these other translations. And King James, like the rest of these translations, is just that, a translation. And everybody knows things get lost in translation. Names, informations, locations. And when you look beyond the Bible to other accredited or scholastic research, like the apocrypha. If you could start right there, boom, 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 it'll shut some of this stuff down, these doctrines right down. But they won't go, they can't get past giants, all the evidence. They can't get past giants. Everything they don't understand is demonic. There are tools that we were given that we don't even go by. Who told you not to follow the Old Testament? Who told you? Who told you that the Old Testament no longer counts? If it didn't count, it wouldn't be in the book. I'm just I mean, we don't even know why the cross is the symbol of Christianity. Do you understand what the cross symbolizes? What it means? Who it includes and who it excludes? Nope. Nope. Because too many are puffed up on pride. They see the gifts of the people in their community. They don't want to douse them, but they don't want to release them either. They want to keep them to themselves, but they don't want to allow them to function or work because they scared. I mean, what are you scared of? Power? What are you scared of? Control? What are you scared of? If you serving the one true living God who knows and sees all, who are you to control who does what and says what? God is order. He alone is order. And if you're in order and lined with him, then I don't care what comes, it's going to be turned right. You're going to see the right out of the bad. Whatever bad comes, you're going to see the good in it, the light in it. And yes, the bad is necessary. You cannot go through life and nothing ever touches you, and nothing not touch you. You're going to be touched by some things. And we have this idea that suffering is normal and necessary, and it's not. If we would take a few moments to look in our own darkness, because we all have darkness, but everybody's running to the light. But you got to deal with that stuff behind you. Oh, I put it behind me. Oh, I forgave. Okay, you forgave it. You have been forgiven, allegedly. You have forgiven, allegedly. You have put it behind you. You have scraped it from your memory banks. But it resides in living well in your soul, in your spirit, in your body. All of that has memory. Your soul, your spirit, your body remembers these things. This darkness that you run from, that you spoke and said you were free from. But your body's not free from it. Your spirit is not free from it. Your heart is not free from it, honey. And until you heal your heart, you can't get no higher than that. You can't go past, you can't get to the bliss, you can't get to the holiness, that the divine connection that you're looking for, until you clear your heart, until you deal with your darkness. We were created in the darkness, honey. Everybody's running from it. All your wounds, all your woes, all your answers are in your pain. And covering it up and meeting your offender and saying, I forgive you, or telling yourself forgiveness is for you and not them. And if that is so true, then face your darkness, honey. Go to that dark. Where's that pain at? Why are you so resentful? Why are you so angry? Why are you so depressed? Why do you have anxiety? Why are you a people pleaser? Why are you narcissistic? Why are you codependent? Why do you have addictions? Why? Get to the root of that. I'm so tired. Forgive me, but I'm tired of talking about the church. Okay? When Jesus, Yeshua, Yahweh, whatever name you want to call him by, walked the earth, the first thing he did was condemn the church, correct the church. Why? Because the people in the church were controlling the poor with the information, misleading them so that they can control them, so that they can get whatever they want. And that's why the book says the poor you will have with you always, because they're going to always monopolize on us and give us the information to keep us dumb and not enlightened. And that's why people started writing the word of God, because it was being manipulated. So they decided they were going to make translations and put in what they want to put in and take out what they want to take out. And when the Roman Catholics decided to make the King James accept or approve the King James Version, y'all need to look history. Who's King James? Who was he working with? Who was he betrothed to? What was he devoted to, in commitment, in cahoots with? Look at these things. They mean something. They're important. They need to be sought out. Y'all talk about basic instructions before leaving Earth. Where you going? Where are you going? If you don't know where you came from, how are you going to know where you're going? Nobody wants to find out who they are. They don't want to scratch the surface of who they are. They want to scratch the surface of what they aspire or believe God is, when all he wants you to do is get to the bottom of your own shit. That's what he wants. He wants you to get to the bottom. He didn't say follow man. That's the problem. Y'all following the man. We having church meetings and the men are separate from the women. We're telling the women, you can do the work, but you can't have no power. You can't have no control. No. Trying to control the feminine energy, you dumbing us down, man. I don't understand why they don't see it. But anyway, he went on to say things, this person, about his book and his dream, and he was talking about the great falling away, which is the awakening. People are awakening, like I said, to the truth of the matter. And it's not doctrine, and it's not religion, okay? Since we're talking about Christianity and religion, I'm going to use what they use, the Bible. And you have to be fully persuaded unto your own salvation, honey. You got to seek it out for yourself. You got to live it out for yourself. They can give you cues and clues, but you got to work it out yourself. And the things that we don't understand, we say are demonic. How do you believe in miracles? A man walking on water, a man increasing bread and fish, a man raising the dead, but you don't believe you got power. The person you believe in, the God you believe in, has power. He told you made like him and in his image, but you don't believe you don't have no power unless you following these set rules that this doctrine or this denomination that you belong to are followed meticulously. No, boo. No. Anyway. Be fully persuaded unto your own salvation, unto your own belief, unto your own satisfaction, honey. Because it's your will. It's all about your will. We give too much credit to the devil. A lot of the shit that we do is our own fault because we can't see past our noses. We can't smell our own funk. We can't relate to our own hurt. We won't face it. We just want to slide it off, the mayonnaise off the bread, and think the taste is going to go away. There's still residue. There's still healing. There's still work. Everybody jumped on the prosperity wagon, on the holiness wagon, and they forgot how to seek God because they following man. They want to please the pastor. They want to please the deacons. And to keep the masses in control, they demonizing the members, pointing fingers. But they're gossiping, talking about the folk behind their back. They sit up there in that pulpit. The pulpit is not for them. The pulpit is for the Spirit of God. But why they got to sit up there? Okay. That's the place of holiness. That's the place where God resides, not man. But they always want to sit up there. If you're going to do it right. Don't cut nicks in it where you feel like, I mean, y'all have been doing the very thing you accuse us of doing, taking what you like and working it for yourself and leaving the rest alone. How about know what's false first before you start dividing it and feeding it to other folk? Know what's right and what's wrong. Could this be why no one ever teaches on Revelations? Because they have no clue. They haven't deciphered that. Because that's all it is a cipher. You got to decode it, boo. It's not a book you read and figure out. It's a book you live and figure out. There's a lot of scraps in the Bible, honey. I mean, I came from a generation where they put so much, what's the word I'm looking for? Importance or divinity or covetousness in the book itself that you couldn't throw this book nowhere. You couldn't stand on this book. You couldn't write in this book. I mean, you couldn't even question God. Who are you to question God? Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to learn? How am I supposed to seek him if I don't ask any questions? I'm supposed to just blindly believe whatever you put in front of me because you say it's God. Never mind what he tells me he is. And everything that he does in that Bible, he has done in an unorthodox way. That's why they call it miracles, because they didn't see anything like it. So when you see people who are doing really the same thing, but in a new way that you're not able to conceive or accept, that don't seem like it's going with the grain. They seem to appear like they're going against the grain because you don't understand it, because you weren't called to it. That doesn't mean they're out of order. That doesn't mean they need to be gossiped, offended, or cast away. You right. He is right. There is a great falling away, and it's called an awakening. And Christianity is mistaken some things because everybody sitting in the pews ain't going to heaven, honey. But okay, it's been almost 20 minutes. That's my noteworthy moment. I just needed to get that out because I know I'm about to have this discussion with the person that sent me this video, and I just wanted to do this before I have this discussion, but now that I'm calm, I'll be able to do that. I love you to life. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.